My name is Lacey, your Miss Auburn's Outstanding Teen, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Hello, my name is Margo. I'm from Weymouth, Massachusetts, and you are watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
My name is Kurt Wilson. I'm from Derry, New Hampshire, and I watch the Astute Tourist Channel.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Barbara, and we're at the New Hampshire
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Good morning to you all, and thank you for coming in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, I should say, because we do have some people that live in the future here with us. Good morning to Chillin' Charlie. How are you, my friend? Still pulling myself together here. Yeah, me too. Me too. Running a little behind this morning. Good morning, Sean from the Down Under Cruisers. Good to see you. Good evening to you, sir. You'll be having Helping Hands for Cruising, right? Live at which would be 7 o'clock our time, I believe. Is that correct? 9 p.m. your time? Or no? Would be 10 p.m. your time. Joe Hupp is here. Good morning, Joe. It's good to see you. Scotty Too Hottie is here. Hey, Scott. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. John Gaylor is here as well. Hi, John. Good morning to you, sir. Don't forget to like us, share out the stream so others know that we are up and live. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we would appreciate you to click that subscribe button. That is correct. So 10 p.m. Aussie time, which would be 7 a.m. EST here in the USA, and points west. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. It's good to see you. Joe Hupp says, sorry I missed you last night, Jimmy. No sorries or no apologies needed. No apologies needed, Joe. Just glad that you're here this morning. And look, we're all busy. We got stuff to do. And if you can make it, that's great. If not, don't worries either. Rob is here. Rob says, g'day, y'all. 39 more sleeps till Carew's Day. If you haven't yet now, would be a great time to get that travel insurance. Yes, sir. Sean says he's here if I want an ear. 9 p.m. Melbourne time. That's what it is now, or no? Or is that the show tonight? I don't know. It's early. I had a hard time waking up this morning. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Hope you all had a good evening last night. We had a somewhat of a busy evening. All right, Sean, let's see if that works. I think I just sent you the link. Yeah, we had a busy night yesterday. If you were on the live stream, you saw me take a phone call. That was the show will be on at 9 p.m. Melbourne time. Got you. My son gave me a phone call yesterday morning while we were up live. His car broke down and he got stranded. So I went with him last night, and he bought a new to him vehicle. He bought a 2015 Silverado pickup truck. Very, very nice. Clean as a whistle, as they say. And he was pretty excited this morning to drive to work. He said, I'm excited to drive to work, Dad. I'm not excited to go to work, but excited to drive there, which awesome. So, Sean, I did send you the link. I don't know if it will work or not. Who knows? This EV Mux thing has got me crazy. Good morning, everybody. Best sip of the day. Cheers. So good. So good. All right, let's see. So we did that last night. We didn't get in till somewhat a little bit later last night. And now I'm trying to function. I did not get my proper amount of sleep. I'm usually in bed by 8 p.m., and that did not happen. But let's say hi to Shirley. Good morning, Shirley. I'm assuming the moving has begun, or it will be. Shirley's moving into her new place. Glad to hear that as well. All right, so what's going on? We're somewhat preparing for the booze cruise. Colleen has been shopping because she has to, you have to have 16 new outfits to bring on a cruise for 7 days. I have my Ziploc bag already packed, my budgies in it, and ready to go. My budgie smuggler is ready to go. Shirley says she's all unpacked. That's awesome. Good for you. You must be excited. But yeah, Colleen's she's been busy buying things to wear on the cruise. I haven't done anything. I should probably try some clothes on because I've somewhat expanded in the last several months. It's been crazy. We've been going up to this camp that we've had, and eating many things. I'm looking in the basement and I don't see you. Honestly, I'm not impressed with this EV Mux. Every time I try to do this, it doesn't work. I don't see you at all there, Sean. And I'm not sure how to bring you up. Normally, the last time it happened, you were there. I don't understand this thing. Let's try it this way. I just put it in the chat. I just did. Try that. I don't know. It's frustrating. Change all the different screens. Nothing. Oh, there's a mystery screen. ProScene will allow you to fully customize the look of your live and recorded content. Hey now. Hey now. How are you?
I'm good, you?
Well, I'm okay, I think. What's happening?
You got some music playing in the background.
I do?
It just sounds like it. What's happening?
Do you still hear it?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't think I had anything playing. There's nothing showing that it's playing.
Oh, I feel undressed.
You feel undressed?
Yes.
Why would that be?
Hang on a sec. I've got to dress myself.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my machine is running too slow. I've got too much on.
Isn't that great? Try to do something, and it doesn't work the way you want it.
Well, you know what? There are ways around it.
There are. Joe says, I aim to get travel insurance when I travel, either by air or by coach. It helps that I have my own private ambulance. Let's talk about travel insurance.
Let's.
What do we know about travel insurance, Sean?
It's a safety net. Really, is the way I look at it. Because what has it done? Well, whenever we've gone on our trips, it's saved us a bucket load of stuff. If we've lost some baggage, it's come good. If it's If we haven't lost luggage, but things have gone wrong with the hotel, then it's helped us with that. Whole bucket load of things.
Is travel insurance expensive?
In the scheme of things, no.
Is it? How do they base the price? Is it based on the price of what you paid for your trip?
That I don't know.
Okay,
Not being in insurance, I wouldn't have a clue.
right. I'm just curious. I've never bought it before.
I think it's based on risk.
Gotcha. Got you. Let's see. Everybody's saying the green screen. I think that's what he was saying about being dressed.
Correct.
The green screen behind him.
G'day, Sharon.
Sharon is here. We missed you yesterday, Sharon. Joe Hupp says, with my ambulance coverage, I am covered for every state in both territories of Australia, as well as the external territory of Norfolk Island.
Yep, that's right. We have ambulance cover, and with our ambulance cover, so you get an ambulance come down to pick you up to go to the hospital. If you have cover, it's free. If you don't have cover,
You pay through the nose, as they say.
correct. So say, for example, you were in the outback like I was, and something happened, and I needed to be airlifted out. Because I've got ambulance cover, it's free.
Wow. And that's just, what do you pay that annually or monthly, or
Yeah, $50 a year.
that's pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cheap. Shirley's saying good day to you, Sean.
G'day, Shirley. How you going? Glitter bombs at you, girl.
Joe Hupp says, who do you have your ambulance cover through? I am with West Fund.
I'm with Ambulance Victoria.
Ambulance Victoria. I don't have that type of coverage. We don't have that here in the USA. I do have healthcare insurance, but there's always a deductible here. Nothing's ever free.
No. But then again, when you pay insurance, you're paying on the hope that you don't use it. It's like a defib, right?
That's hence the word insurance.
Correct.
John says, when I priced our travel insurance, we found that the prices were all over. High to low coverage was the deciding factor. And that makes sense, John. I mean, do you want to just cover your plane flight, or do you want to do the plane flight and the luggage, or the plane flight, luggage, and the cost of the cruise, say, or wherever it is you're going to? Joe says, I have a claim. I have to claim my trips through their app on my phone. Sharon says, Jimmy, I was sick yesterday, but I am a lot better this morning.
Sharon, let me say this. You do not have my permission to be sick.
Right?
You've got to come and ask me personally, face to face, if you want to be sick.
Sharon, did you go see the doctor? We talked about this last week. You've been sick for a little bit. And you should probably go see a professional at this point, just to check, to make sure all is good.
Don't see me.
Aren't you a doctor?
No, I'm a dentist. No, I'm not. I'm neither.
Yes,
I'm
I'm a
just a-
doctor. I'm a doctor of education.
Sir, I'm a doctor. What? A doctor of what?
Right?
I actually lost a girlfriend because her mother asked me, are you a doctor, lawyer, or a dentist? And my reply was, no, I'm in computers. And she went, you're not for my daughter. See you later.
She wanted a doctor for her daughter.
Yeah, best mistake she ever made.
Yeah, there's we have a certain first lady in this country that people claim that she's a hell of a doctor, but she's a doctor of education.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
What does she educate?
I don't think she educates anyone. She has her doctorate in education, so now you're a doctor. Can't perform medicine.
No.
Maybe she
No.
can perform. I don't know, but
Hey,
not
but
medicine.
doctors don't perform either.
No, they don't.
practice.
That's right.
I asked my doctor, I went there one day and I said to him, I just got a question to ask you. He goes, what's that? I said, when do you get it right? He goes, excuse me? I said, well, you keep on practicing medicine, don't you? He goes, yes. I said, so when do you get it right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Can the
look
price
on
go
his-
down until you start to perform medicine?
That's correct.
If you're still practicing, why am I paying full price?
That's right.
Joe says, that's right. Get your own cover through them. Forgot that. Okay.
Yep.
And he also says, my travel insurance coverage included pre-existing conditions, the cruise package, and the base premium less a 15% discount because I am with West Fund. Nice.
That's good.
John Gaylor says, most every policy was you pay the bill and submit for reimbursement.
Yep, that's the usual case. Guys, pay up. We'll think about it whether we pay you back or not.
We'll decide after the fact.
Yeah.
PhD, not MD. Joe, I'm not going to post that. Well, why not? It's your opinion, and I'm all about
PhD?
opinions. He doesn't. Not a fan of Jill Biden.
Mhm.
I didn't say anything either way. I just said a certain first lady, but
Well, I wasn't going to go down that path.
no, we're not going to go down there. But look, I'm all about you being able to express your opinion, as long as it's not, you're not totally hating or talking about hurting someone. I used to never go to the doctor, but since my open heart surgery 3 years ago, I go to one for everything now.
Now,
Yeah.
Scotty, I reckon you've got a new best friend. You see your new best friend every month.
Right.
You know, your doctor.
All right, Charlie, he's going to listen and get his day planned. Lurking is good, and we promote lurking.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon says, I went last Wednesday or Thursday. He gave me a few antibiotics for a week. I only have 3 more left to take. Well, make sure that you take them all and take them when you're supposed to.
Correct.
And I'm sure you'll be feeling better soon. Joe says he celebrates 1 month of membership. I can't believe this. I've been a member for a month. Joe, that is fantastic, and we appreciate your membership. You're a good friend. I appreciate that. There it is. Yes, I can't believe this. I've been a member for a month. So what's going on with you, Sean?
Well, did some training this morning. Taught some guys how to save their life on in a low voltage rescue circumstance. And then I'm busy doing a gas metering course. Have you ever seen a gas meter?
I have several of them at my place of employment. Yeah, it looks very similar to the one we have, or
Yeah,
the several we have.
I discovered that if I breathe in it, I will set the alarms off. My breath must stink.
So it's a CO2 meter.
CO2, carbon monoxide, and there's about 4 or 5 different gases that it picks up.
Yeah,
Oxygen
we have,
being one of them.
We have some.
I
for,
never knew that oxygen could actually set them off.
Too much oxygen is not a
Correct.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have meters that will read a lot of things. LEL for propane and gasoline and hydrogen
Yep.
sulfide and
Well, if you're going in a
CO.
confined space, you need it.
Yeah. So and we're all trained in that. Let's see. Joe says, Stu Torres, you've been a great friend too. You and the Down Under Cruises are great folks.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, thank you for that.
Appreciate that, buddy.
So let's see what is happening here. I'm just trying to catch up. So we're still working on our camping excursions, which it's more glamping. Are you familiar with the term glamping?
Oh, definitely. I glamp every weekend.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I wish I could glamp every weekend.
But it's more glamping for us than it is camping because of the RV. It makes it nice. It got a little chilly there last weekend, And we had a fire outside, and the girls are like, "Oh, it's cold." And we went in to go to bed, and I walked over to the thermostat and put the heat on, and perfect. Can't do that in a tent.
No, you can't. Not in a
No.
tent. Yep.
Joe says, we have meters at work. We need them for the CO, ammonia, LPG, and other gases. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have one. There is, not only is there a CO and smoke detectors in the RV, but we also have an LPG monitor as well, because we use that for heat and for cooking. Sharon says, I took my antibiotics last night at 7 p.m., 1 hour before bedtime. Fantastic.
As long as you took them.
I think my battery in my iPad just died. Needs to be replaced. Will not
The
hold
iPad or the
charge.
battery?
The battery. It won't hold the charge.
Oh. Well, we'll have to work on that one.
Yes, sir. Scott says, that reminds me, I need to get new smoke detectors, but what's a good one to get? Well, let's talk about
One that works.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about smoke detectors. So smoke detectors generally have a 10-year lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
I would get whatever brand you decide to get, you should get a combination smoke and CO detector. Highly recommend that. If you don't have hardwired smoke detectors in your home and you can afford to do it, I would also recommend that you do that. So hardwired, obviously being connected to the AC electric, and most of those now have battery backup. Some of them have batteries that are they're good for the life of the smoke detector, so they'll last 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
So as far as the brand goes, Scott, there's some like First Alert that are decent, not a sponsor. There's also Kid or Kitty, Kidde. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. I never have, but those are the two big names. I wouldn't go for anything made in China. I'll say it. I'm sure the parts are made in China anyway, but I would stick with some of the brands that we're familiar with. And then the code in the United States says this. You have to have a smoke and CO detector on every level of your home, including the basement. The attic, unless it's occupied, does not count. And then you need smoke detectors in every sleeping area. So obviously every bedroom. But the code says sleeping area. So I guess they're covering their butt there by if you sleep in the living room or in an office or something in your home, you should have one there as well. So that's that about smoke detectors.
Also, it's law here that the landlord, if you're renting, the landlord has to make sure that your smoke detector gets checked every so often and also replaced at the end of your 10 years.
Right. They're the homeowners, so they're the ones that are actually the responsible ones, right? But if you own your house, Scott, that's the 411 on smoke detectors.
Just do it.
Exactly. Talking about insurance, those are good insurance policies, and they're good for peace of mind. Glamour camping, right, Joe? Exactly. Good morning, Denise. She just woke up. She was working hard yesterday, so
How are you, Denise?
glad to see you here.
I hope you had a great shift.
Joe says, Stu Torres, don't mention tents. I got a little too close to a flaming dingo.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, where he lives, there's dingoes out there. Or close. Don't say actually lives with a dingo.
Crowdfunding for a new iPad for Jimmy. I just need a battery, Joe. The iPad's fine. You know, they want $100 to change the battery in an iPad here.
Yeah, but how long does it last you?
I don't know. I think I probably had this for 8 years, 10 years. So
There you go.
It lasted long enough.
Yeah, there you go. So I look at it this way: $100 is cheap money. It's cheaper than buying another.
That's like $800.
Correct.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. Denise says, "Hey Joe, hope you're well this morning." Joe says, "We have a Quell smoke detector in our lounge room. And I'm not familiar with that brand, but I bet they're decent."
I think it's an Aussie brand. I think. I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong. Strange, but true.
Once I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken.
Yeah. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure.
All the dad jokes are coming out.
That's it.
Joe says he's feeling better, but I'm melting. Must be hot there. It's getting warm.
It is. They had close to 30 odd degrees.
Joe says he
Okay.
just replaced the battery in his. That's good. The weather's getting better there.
It is.
It's getting
We
colder
are
here.
currently
Like,
sitting on 20 degrees, so 60 F.
that's awesome.
Mm,
Fantastic.
love it.
We're almost even now during the day. Here it gets
Yes.
chilly. It's been getting chilly at night.
Yeah, but don't you dare steal my heat, okay?
I
It's freaking
won't.
freezing.
So Kidd Fire do a lot of engine bay fire suppression systems in Australia. Yeah, they do them here as well, Joe. They're a pretty big brand, and they're pretty reputable as far as I know. They make fire extinguishers, suppression systems, detection equipment, notification equipment. Scotty says, "Thanks. You got it, buddy. Anytime. Anything I can do to help." That's my business, so I'm in the helping
Yeah.
business. Denise says, "My son works in maintenance on an air base, gets called out in the middle of the night to replace smoke detector batteries." Well, welcome to my world, Denise's son. Welcome to my world. So here's the thing, too, with smoke detectors and CO detectors. You have to clean them.
Oh,
You need to
yeah.
vacuum them out or get a little
Yeah.
that little canned air for computers and blow the dust out. Depending on the type that you have, if you have an ionic or a photoelectric, um, the dust will affect them a little bit differently. Steam will affect them.
That's why I keep on getting told, don't breathe so heavily.
You're full of hot, moist air.
Well, I'll stop at hot air.
Joe says, "Not where I live. Not where I live. This was in a camping ground at Mayall Lakes National Park." Gotcha.
Oh, okay. So I was wrong again. Sorry, Joe.
Wrong again, honey. Chillin'
Hey,
Charlie says, "Doesn't matter how long the batteries last." Okay. I'm not spending that for some joker to replace my battery. Well, I suppose you can go on to Amazon and get a battery and then replace it yourself, but
Correct.
I'm afraid I'll end up breaking the glass in this thing, so I'll just take it to the guy
Yeah.
or the gal.
And if it gets stuffed up, who's paying for a new one?
Exactly, them.
Correct.
Quell is an Australian brand. Might have a friend come out from Chubb Fire and install one for me. Fantastic.
Do you have Chubb?
No Chubb
Chubb's
here.
an-
Not that I'm aware of.
Chubb's another big Australian company.
Charlie says, "I'd smack the guy with my tablet before I paid that to replace the battery."
Well, Charlie, you're a lot more intelligent than me, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Some people are definitely way more capable than myself. It's about 14 degrees Celsius here this morning. Feels wonderful. What is it here? It is 57 degrees, so it's I don't know, what's
57,
that?
take off 30, divide by 2.
Let's see. I'll never forget the time my mother set off the smoke alarm with burning toast. Welcome to my world, Joe. Happens all the time. You know what we call those calls? Those are called smells and bells.
Yeah, when the smoke detector goes off, I know that dinner's ready.
Hope your wife's not listening. That's when you cook, right?
That's right.
I like the people that call 911 at 3 a.m. because the smoke detector is chirping and has been doing it for 2 days, right? Exactly, John. That is exactly correct. How long's it been going off? Oh, for a couple days now. And you waited till 3 a.m.?
So what do you want me to do about it?
Right.
How the hell do I do that?
Thanks for waking us up.
Yeah.
We could be sleeping and getting up for a real call, but okay.
That's right.
Joe says, no apologies. No need to apologize. I get to see Eastern bearded dragons and Eastern blue-tongued lizards, though.
That's awesome.
I don't have them here.
You got to come down under and enjoy that.
Right? I bet you can't pet those, though.
Yes, you can.
Charlie says, yes, you must be careful. Charlie, if it would cost me more to bring it to you, but I'd like to have you do it. But it would definitely
cost. And
you're
paying the $100.
It would be more because I'd have to buy a plane ticket to go see him. So
any excuse will do.
Right? He says it's still easy to do, though. I'm sure I could do it if I watched videos and that, but all right, so let's see. So it's 14 degrees Celsius here as well.
Mm-hmm. That's quite pleasant. It'll warm up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s today. It's been raining. It rained all day yesterday. We had like 4 inches of rain.
Wow.
It's been crazy. This summer here, Sean, has been the wettest I can remember. It's done nothing but rain.
And lots of flooding?
Localized flooding. So depending on where you are, we've been pretty lucky here where I live. But, you know, in some of the peripheral towns and neighborhoods, yeah, they've been hit pretty bad. Parts of Massachusetts have been hit hard.
You know what I think it is? I think it's God saying it's about time you guys got a lot of water to cool you all down.
Well, I would agree with that, I think. It's feast or famine here, so we'll have a drought for 2 years, and then it'll do nothing but rain for 2 years. My father always said Mother Nature has a way of making up for herself, so.
Yep.
Oh, did I miss? Joe said something about an accident. Oh, here we go. Was there an accident? I missed something, I think. No. Fire Rescue New South Wales offer fire alarm and fire safety checks as a free service. Yes, and we do as well. If somebody needs help with their smoke detectors and that, I perform a service for residential owners to do what's called a home fire inspection.
Wow.
And we'll go through the house and sort of do what we do for commercial businesses.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people don't take advantage of it. I think.
Of course not. They're afraid.
Well, and that's what I think. I think that they're.
It's going to cost me money.
Exactly.
And then you go, but your house just burnt down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather come there and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
It would. That's right, Charlie. It would be expensive. I still would like to come see you, but maybe not for a battery change. Joe says, I've got 2 photos of an eastern blue-tongued lizard earlier this year. He looked like a chubby little stick. Do they bite, Joe?
They're an awesome creature.
Denise says 13.89 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so see, we're getting all the rain, and they're having droughts and wildfires in Mississippi.
In Mississippi. Did I say that right?
Mississippi, Mississippi.
That's almost as bad as trying to spell the word banana. I know to spell banana, but I don't know when to stop.
Hmm. Oh wait, I have one of those, don't I? Don't I
Yeah,
have
you
that?
do.
Somewhere I do.
Yeah, you do.
No, that's not it. Here it is.
Yep.
I'm very quick this morning. It's okay. We have 4 hummingbirds fighting over 3 feeders. Very entertaining.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you should
That's
have all the
cool.
hummingbirds. They've left from here. They're headed south already. Our hummingbirds are probably in your feeder.
Yeah, they don't come down here. They'd more rather stick to your continent.
Yeah, we have a lot of them here in the summertime.
Yeah. We don't have any down here.
We also have a moth that looks like a hummingbird.
Oh, the, what do they call it? The monarch moth?
No, you're thinking of the monarch butterfly.
A butterfly, that's
Those
right.
are the
I am.
orange-colored butterflies.
Yep.
But the hummingbird moth, I believe, looks like a hummingbird, but they're smaller.
Wow.
Joe says they have a defense using their tongue. They have a blue tongue that is used to scare the bejesus out of their predators. That would
Yeah,
scare
that
the
works.
bejesus out of me. All right, now I'm
It
intrigued.
works. You should see what the predator looks like.
Is it what is the predator for that?
Could be, it could be an emu, it could be ostrich, it could be an eagle, it could be anything.
All right, let me see if I can share the screen and I'll show you it's actually a hummingbird hawk moth, they call it. Hummingbird hawk moth. Okay, here you go. Oh, I need to get rid of that. There it is.
Oh, wow.
So that's a moth.
It looks like a hummingbird.
It sure
Amazing.
does. It is not a bird. That's a moth. Now, I don't know what they metamorphosize into.
A hummingbird.
Maybe. Maybe. I wonder if hummingbirds will eat that. It's probably the same size as a hummingbird.
Yeah, but the hummingbird is more into nectar and that sort of stuff, isn't
Right.
it?
Right. Yeah, correct. They're getting ready to migrate south. Yeah, they've already left here. The sphinx moth. Just as I have to laugh myself. Yesterday afternoon, I got to have a chat with a magpie as I was
Oh, yeah?
leaving a local general store. I wonder what everyone was thinking while I was doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So will they
Biggest
will they
problem-
will they make noises back at you, the magpie?
Oh, yeah, they do. They're a noisy animal, and not only that, but they can be quite vicious. So if you walk past their nest, they can swoop down at you. The worst actually are the Indian miners. Well, they'll actually go in and attack you.
Like, is that what we call a minor bird?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they can talk, or they mimic, right?
Yeah, they do.
Now, do you have kookaburras?
Sure do.
The laughing kookaburra. I remember we used to sing a song like that when I was a kid. Charlie says, wow, look at the moth, right, Charlie? Yeah, it looks like a hummingbird. Praying mantises will eat hummingbirds. Oh my gosh.
Gee,
They
that's
have to be the dinosaur of that world.
Yeah.
I can vouch for the Down on the Cruisers saying, as I've been swooped a few times.
Yep.
Those
They swoop. It's
magpies.
not fun.
Those magpies.
Ugh. And I tell you, it friggin' hurts.
Oh, I bet. They're not a very big bird, right? But I'm sure they pack a wallop.
They are big enough.
Love the blackbirds. They're very smart and have the ability to problem solve. Yes, they are. Yeah, we have ravens and crows, these crackles, they're called. Blackbirds that almost have a shiny blue hue to them in the sunlight. Joe says, oh yes, laughing kookaburra. They are good predictors of when you are going to get rain. Is that right?
Yep.
Do you see them flying around with little rain slickers on?
No, they just sit there and they make this God Almighty. Bark, 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 bark.
And when you hear that, you know it's going to rain?
Yep. You know they're around. There's rain coming.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right,
Now,
let's see.
There is a bird down here called the lyrebird. Now, that bird is an incredible mimic.
Really?
You could swear your phone was ringing. That's how good they are.
Oh, wow.
And they live in the wild.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So, I'm assuming they've heard phones before, and then so they make the sound.
Yep. Especially when you're out in the bush.
That's crazy. When I was a kid, my grandmother had a minor bird.
Yep.
And it would talk, you could go up to it and she would say pretty bird, and it would say pretty bird back. And it would say, I don't know, I don't remember, but it said several things. And as a kid, you're like, wow, that bird can talk.
Yep.
But not really.
No, they're just good mimics.
We also have another bird called the masked lapwing, also called the spur-winged plover. Getting hit by the spurs on their wings is a lot more painful than a swoop from a magpie.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
We have plovers here, too, that are protected. I was working on a job on a beach down in Cape Hatteras, and they closed the beach down because these plovers were mating and laying eggs, and we couldn't work for like 2 weeks.
They let you what? No, sorry.
I was hiding in the bushes.
People get into trouble for that these days.
Right?
Jimmy, I'm going to hop down because in 15 minutes I've got a live stream.
All right. Sean, thank you. We'll come
Thanks
over
for
and
having
say
me.
hi. I'll come over and pop in and say hi while I'm getting ready for work. Sean,
Awesome.
I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be up together. I'll be co-hosting your show tomorrow morning.
Yes. I'm
Hump
so
day.
looking forward to that one. I might actually learn something.
Me too. It's always good to learn.
Yep.
All right, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. I'll
Catch
see
you later.
Bye-bye. All right, that's our good friend Sean from Down Under Cruisers. Great friend, and it's always good to have him up. So why don't we do this, since we've had a little fun here. Now we're going to do this.
This Week in History.
This Week in History, as always, is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Don't forget to check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. All right, so this week in history, it is September 19th, and we're going to roll back the hands of time and go all the way back to the year 1657. John II Casimir Vasa, King of Poland, signed the Treaty of Welu, renouncing the suzerainty of the Polish crown over these words, I'm telling you, Dussel, Prussia, in making Frederick William the duchy's sovereign ruler. All right, well, I stumbled through that one, didn't I? I certainly stumbled through that one. All right, in 1783, the Montgolfier brothers sent aloft a balloon with a rooster, a duck, and a sheep aboard, rapidly advancing French aeronautics. I remember this movie. Wasn't there's some movie about balloons in the 1800s, 1700s. In 1863, the Battle of Chickamauga Creek, an important engagement, the American Civil War that was fought over control of the railroad center at nearby Chattanooga, Tennessee began. In 1955, President Juan Perón of Argentina was overthrown and fled to Paraguay after an Army-Navy revolt led by democratically inspired officers. Good morning, 10 TV. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We're doing This Day in History. Good to see you. In 1970, on this day, the first episode of the sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show aired on American television. The groundbreaking series starred Mary Tyler Moore as a single independent working woman at a time when female characters were defined as the wife, girlfriend, or widow of a male counterpart. Well, she sure showed them, didn't she? In 1991, in the Ötztal Alps on the Italian-Austrian border, German tourists discovered a mummified human body, later known as the Iceman, that was subsequently determined to date from 3300 BCE. And the Iceman, they've learned a little bit more about him over time. They found an arrowhead in his shoulder, and they're thinking that's how he died. He climbed up in those Alps. Someone shot him with an arrow. Not very good. In 1994, the medical drama ER debuted on NBC and became one of the highest rated programs on television. It launched the careers of several actors, most notably George Clooney and Juliana Margulies. ER. Did anybody watch that show, ER? I watched it for a while. In 1995, the Unabomber Manifesto, a 35,000-word anti-technology document written by Ted Kaczynski, who had launched a bombing campaign that killed 3 and wounded 23, was published in the New York Times and the Washington Post. The manifesto helped lead to his capture. In 2011, Panamanian baseball pitcher Mariano Rivera registered his record-setting 602nd career save. When he retired in 2013, Rivera had an unprecedented 652 saves and was considered the sport's greatest relief pitcher. Damn Yankees. Let's see. Mom's here. She loved Roger Whittaker. Roger Whittaker, Mom? Did he pass away? In 2015, English author Jackie Collins, whose glamorous public persona echoed the lavish lifestyles of the characters in her provocative romance thrillers, died at the age of 77. Some notable birthdays. Henry III was born in 1551. He was the King of France and Poland. In 1911, William Golding, British novelist, was born. In 1949, Twiggy, British fashion model, was born. 1965, Sunita Williams, American astronaut, was born. And in 1974, American comedian and television host Jimmy Fallon was born. Featured event. 1796, George Washington's farewell address published. In his farewell address printed in a Philadelphia newspaper on this day in 1796, George Washington, the first U.S. president, implored his country to maintain neutrality and avoid entangling alliances with Europe. Oh, if we could just go back. Honestly. I'll stop whining now. This has been
This Week in History.
And as always, our sponsor of This Week in History is Drive Furniture and Home Decor. We make decorating easy. Check them out on Facebook and at their Shopify store. Joe says ER was a good show. Time for mug number 2. Okay. I would say grab that. Denise said she loved ER as well. Great show. Didn't that take place was that the one that took place in Boston? Or I'm thinking of a different one. Thinking of a different one, aren't I? One with Ed Begley Jr. in it. I've made it known that one of his songs, The Last Farewell, will be on the song list for my funeral. So did he die, Roger Whittaker? The guys are leaving me in suspense. Yeah, a day ago. I didn't even know that. Well, that's sad news. Although he was 87, Roger Whittaker dies at 87. Folk singer hits included Durham Town. I can remember, Mom, living at home with you and listening to Roger Whittaker together. Well, that's sad news. I'm sorry to hear that. R.I.P. to him and prayers to his family. It will be the last song. On this day, 20 years ago, Australia lost an icon in country music. David Gordon Kirkpatrick, who performed as Slim Dusty, passed away from cancer at his home in Sydney at the age of 76. I was not familiar with him. I'm sorry for that. By the way, I just want 2023 to end. Too many good people are passing away. Unfortunately, Joe, that's part of life. Especially the ones that we... You are not late at all, my friend. Not late at all. Didn't we see you earlier? Oh, Rob. Are you cooking this morning? Chicago, that's right, Denise. What was the one that was it Boston Hope or something? Or what was the hospital drama that took place in Boston? I think Ed Begley Jr. was on it. That was a different hospital show. Yes, Roger Whittaker died. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, he was a great performer. That's sad to hear. I hope you're doing well, Mom. It's good to see you. Hope Dad is doing well as well. I'm always cooking 24/7. Rob's cooking. I'm cooking up a bowl of smokables goes right. Good for you, Charlie. Hookie down. Lights up, lights on the hill. That song is one of Australia's iconic country truck songs written by Joe McKean. The song was about her life driving the big trucks for Slim. I'll have to check it out. Mr. Tranquillo is here. Good morning, my friend. It is so good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I should say good afternoon to you because where you are, it is afternoon. He's living in the future. And he's saying hello to everybody. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for dropping by. We're getting ready to sign off the air. St. Elsewhere. Thank you, John. There you go. St. Elsewhere, another medical drama, hospital drama, which took place in Boston, Massachusetts. Scotty got it too. St. Elsewhere. Not a trivia question. I just couldn't remember. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Joe. We'll be back up tomorrow morning with Sean down on the cruisers, helping hand for cruising, and the astute tourist. We'll be all up together. You are quite welcome, my friend. Dad is awake. He's saying hi. Well, hello, Dad. And as always, my friend, thank you. Thanks to all of you for coming in, because it would be a very lonely live stream without you all coming in. I appreciate your friendship and your continued support. Cheers and Frasier were two good shows too, right? And Cheers was from Boston, and Frasier, I think, was from Chicago, right? I could be wrong. But Cheers was definitely from Boston. You know, that's where everybody knows your name. If you go to Cheers. Don't forget PMA, everybody. Positive mental attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. When I tell you I'm living proof that it works, I certainly am. Don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day today. All you have to do is smile at them. Just smile. Smiles will go for miles. Smile, say a kind word, shake a hand, give them a hug if they're inclined. For those of you on the booze cruise, I keep telling you, but I'll be giving hugs. That includes you too, Rob. Hugs are a good thing. Pass that positive energy on to each other. So let's make a difference. Don't forget, as always, thank a first responder, firefighters, cops, healthcare workers, EMS workers, and our nurses. Hug a nurse. Hug a nurse today. I'm going to hug a nurse on October 30th. And I'm going to hug Dwayne as well. Dwayne's listening to Air Supply. Wow. I'm all out of love, so lost without you. Right on, 40 days, says Denise. But yeah, keep a thought out for the first responders. And last but not least, think about and thank our veterans, our men and women of the armed forces. They're out there every day on that proverbial wall, protecting us and protecting our way of life, our freedoms, our liberties, protecting that big, beautiful red, white, and blue flag. Love my flag. Respect it every day. Salute it every day. Fly as many as you can at your house, on your car, whatever. Flag is so important. It means more than the cloth it's printed on, as you know. It's on its way, Sharon. It's all been ordered. I'll let you know when they ship it. It's probably shipping a day or two, so 40 days. Then up through the ground came a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. The Beverly Hillbillies. I'm not a hugger, I'm a kisser. Well, pucker up, feller. Yeah, I don't know how much kissing there'll be, but all right, guys, let's get over to Helping Hands for Cruising. Say hello to Sean. Tell him that I sent you. Jimmy sent you all the way over. We're going to be up with him tomorrow morning. And then at 7:15, Eddie Lugo is up as well. So let's not forget Eddie. I want to thank you guys for coming in. Love and appreciate you all. Wishing you peace and love from deep down, way deep down inside. Love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Jimmy, your Astute Tourist. I'm out of here.